Yo, what's good? It's your big buddy Knock, representing the Sleep Rockers, here with another review. Finally, it's taken me a minute to really get my shit together and hit you guys with new reviews on products and scratch records and all that kind of fun stuff. But I'm finally here. I'm back. Got my camera situation stepped up just a little bit. We're now rocking with the GoPro Hero 4 Black Edition. So we're gonna be shooting things in full 1080, maybe even some 4K stuff to come, and blah blah blah. Who cares? Let's get into the first review. Check this out. Thanks to my big homie, I got Ritchie Ruftone's Practice Your Cuts Volume Deuce. You know what I'm saying? I've been trying to get a hold of this record for a minute. I've even contacted Mr. Ruftone and expressed to him that I wanted to do a review, and he showed me the cart where I can purchase it. I'm not mad. I mean, this is definitely worth the money. I'm just saying, if you want your big buddy Knock to do reviews on your wax, hook it up a little bit. But either way, I support those who push the culture and really put out tools such as this to help us progress. I mean, you know, all you DJs, turntablists, and everybody out there, support others, fork over the dough to purchase records such as this one and those like the Texas Scratch League and all those other kind of dope pieces of wax, because those are the people that are pushing our culture forward and giving us the tools to express ourselves. And we can all just go around and hug trees and scratch happily. Anyways, check this out, man. Ritchie Ruftone, DMC World Champion and IDA World Champion. This dude, obviously, if you ain't up on Ritchie Ruftone, he ain't messing around. This dude is the real deal, and he's putting out some real deal wax. The Practice Your Cuts Volume Deuce. Let's check out the back. Now with non-skip drum loops. That's what's up. A side is 100 BPM non-skip loops. B side is 133 BPM non-skip loops. And yeah, that's pretty much it. The rest of it's just a bunch of copyright stuff. The IDA logo, the DMC logo, Ruftone's logo, all that kind of good stuff. Beat for Battle, you know, being represented up on here. So let's get into it, man. Let me go ahead and open this up. Now, I did preview this wax a little bit just to kind of see what was good, but you know how I do. I'm going to show it off just for you guys. I'm going to preview the whole thing. We're going to go through every groove just so you know what's up with the Practice Your Cuts. Let's go ahead and get the first groove. There you go. Second groove.
Break it down. Break it down.
Okay.
Break it down.
Third groove. So really quick, obviously you notice that there's an awe in the beginning of some phrasing on the first three loops. That's kind of cool. I dig it because, I mean, some people hate it, some people love it, but the awe sound is the dominant scratch sound. Some people are like, that's old, it's played out. I want to hear new samples, new sounds. I don't want to hear awes and freshes, but that's the go-to, man. I mean, anybody that's cutting, that's really the go-to, and a clear way of really judging people's cuts, man, is what can they do with the basic sounds. So let's move forward. Let's go on to the next groove.
Quick, real, yeah, real quick, real, yeah, real quick, real,
yeah. I got that Drake sample for y'all Drake fans. I think I'll pass, but that's pretty cool.
Bring it on, don't stop, get it there. Bring
There we
it
go.
on, don't stop, get it there. Bring it
Okay.
on, don't stop, get it there. Bring it. We don't give a fuck the fuck, motherfuckers. We don't give a fuck the
Got some
fuck,
phrasing,
motherfuckers. We don't
some
give a
Little
fuck the
John.
fuck, motherfuckers. We don't give a fuck the fuck.
Okay.
With my direct blow, let me get you with my direct
This is
blow.
dope. I like
Let me get you
this.
with my direct blow. Let me get you with my direct blow.
Now, big ups to the homie Snake Eyes. I seen this dude basically mimicked Busta Rhymes' flow in scratch patterns. I seen him do it live at Scratchpad. So one thing I've noticed is Busta Rhymes' flow patterns are so intricate and pronounced, and they flow so dope that they just translate extremely well for scratching. So I'm really hyped that they got this up on here. Let me hear it again.
Let me get you with my direct blow. Let me
Yeah,
get you with my
that just
direct
flows,
blow.
man, and
Let
you
me
get your little
you with my
scratch flow in there.
direct blow. Let me get you with my
That's dope.
direct-
Let's see what else we got.
Let me get you with my direct-
Same groove. Here we go.
Cut like a guillotine. Cut like a guillotine.
Uh.
Cut like a guillotine.
They got Doc Jeezy's favorite sample on here. Doc Jeezy loves that cut like a guillotine sample, boy.
Cut like a guillotine.
Hey,
Cut like
it's
a
another
guillotine.
standard, man. A lot of people love that sample. Next groove.
Now rocking with the best, you're now rocking with the best, you're
Okay.
now rocking with the best, you're now-
Okay. Let's check out the next one. Pretty cool. Got the drums for you. All right, right.
Yo, cats.
Okay.
Break it down. Real quick, real, yeah, what?
Don't stop, get it there, bring it on.
So the last groove on side A is pretty much a blend of all the samples on all the grooves. It's pretty much, you know, one long stretch, one long groove of all the samples. So that's cool. I mean, that'll work dope for some phrasing and building together routines and whatnot without having to jump the needle to every damn groove. But yeah, man, so far that's side A. And it's cool, man. I mean, so far I think it's clean. I like the phrasing. I really like the drum loops. I think the first 3 loops with the awe in front of the phrasing is pretty dope. I mean, it's just gonna be cool, man. You rock that at shows and demos and battles, it's gonna sound good. It's gonna sound clean, man. So far it's pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I dig it. I'm not quite able to give a full review yet, but I mean, it's just my initial impressions. It's pretty cool. It's clean. It's dope. And I think a lot of the phrasing is what's going to really stand out. And I really like those drum loops. So let's get into side 2, which is the 133 BPM. So obviously, off the bat, this is all going to be Chickmunk scratch, you know. Right? So with the ultra pitch, let's go down.
Practice dough, cats.
Let's go a little bit more.
Practice dope,
Cats.
Okay?
practice dope.
Cats.
That's dope. That's dope. I like that. The practice yo cuts and then the ah. It's kind of similar to what was going on side A, but I mean it's dope. I mean it's cool, man. It's clever. Let's go to the next one.
That's real.
Again, kind of like side A.
Give a fuck the fuck. We don't give a fuck the fuck.
I think that same sample is actually used on side A, but now it's paired with the ah.
Break it down.
Yeah.
Break it down.
Okay.
Yeah. Check it, yeah.
That's dope.
Check it, yeah.
KRS-One samples are always dope to cut, man.
Real quick, real fresh. Yeah.
That Drake. Nah.
Oh, don't stop, get it there.
Okay.
Bring it on, don't stop, get it there.
So a lot of these sound like the same loops and samples that were on side A, but they're just, you know, they're BPM that they're 133 BPM, so you can get down with the ultra pitch and get funky with your hand control and all that kind of good stuff. And put this right here. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, the Busta Rhymes. Right.
The guillotine.
Oh yeah.
Cut like a guillotine.
Doc Jeezy's favorite sample. The drums. The drums. The drums.
Cats.
That's real.
Okay.
Don't give a fuck.
So basically, if I'm not mistaken, the B side is pretty much identical to the A side. It's just 133 BPM instead of 100 BPM. But it did sound like some of the samples were switched up and paired a little differently, and obviously certain samples weren't missing. So it's not truly identical, but it's extremely similar. I mean, obviously the same samples are being used. Or I didn't hear anything that was unique to side B opposed to side A. So let's get into the review, man. We already talked about it. Obviously, that's my first impressions of the wax. Again, I did kind of play with it a little bit before, and you know, it was dope. I liked it. I liked what I heard, but I wanted to save the initial first impressions for you guys doing it live, because that's what makes it dope, man. We're learning together. We're experiencing the record together, and that's what makes these reviews fresh, man. So my initial review, if I had to give it just a quick review off the top of my head, I think it's solid, man. I think that it's definitely a clean record. Again, what stands out to me is the phrasing and the classic like Oz before the phrasing, and I love the drum loops on here. Whenever you got a record that is 133 BPM catered for ultra pitch, that's always dope, because then that gives you more control over the wax. You can do funkier things. You can really add in different clicks and whatnot that you wouldn't when the record's spinning a little bit faster. All of you hardcore scratch nerds know that ultra pitch samples are always pretty much the way to go. So back to the review. I like it. I think it's a solid pickup. Is it my favorite scratch record? In time, it could be. I need to take this out in the wild. I need to practice with it. I need to practice my cuts with the yo cuts. But, you know, I think it's solid. I think it's a solid pickup. If you're definitely a hardcore scratch head, you should have Volume 1 and Volume 2 in your collection regardless, because you got to support the movement. You got to support the people. You got to support the sound, the music, all that, man, because turntablism is all we got, you know, so we got to represent it as much as possible. But yeah, man, if you really are that hardcore scratch nerd where you need every new piece of wax in your collection, hit up Ritchie Ruftone and get Practice Yo Cuts Volume 2, and definitely get number 1 if you don't have that yet. I don't. Ritchie, if you're watching, I don't have Volume 1, bro. I really want it. Got no problem paying for it. But if you can show your buddy Knock some love, I appreciate it. But again, it ain't always about that, you know. It's about supporting each other. So, hey, I ain't asking for no freebies. I'm just saying. Anyways, man, again, I definitely recommend picking it up. There's a lot of hype behind this record. A lot of people are excited about it, and a lot of people wanted to copy it, but they just said it was too expensive because they live in the States, that, you know, so shipping and all that kind of stuff does get pricey. So like, again, if you're hardcore and you're really about it, then I definitely recommend picking it up, man. So again, I'll do a whole full written review. I'll post it up on my website, twiddledope.com. And yeah, man, thanks for checking me out. Expect many more blogs coming very, very soon. I think the next record I'm gonna do is the Chicken Scratch by the Texas Scratch League, so get ready for that. I got a bunch of other stuff. I plan to do a full review on the TRX mixer. Bully Breaks the new Bully Breaks is out. Plan on doing a full review on that. And if you got records or you got stuff you want me to review, hit me up. My email is djnocturnal916@gmail.com. Send me a link, hit me up, we get something going, man. And as always, please hit the like button, subscribe, stay in the loop, because there's many more reviews and dope videos coming. Alright? It's your big buddy Knock representing the Sleep Rockers. I'm out. Peace.